Happy New Year, guys. I hope you guys had a lovely break, and for those of you that had to work, I mean, someone has to do the job. I hope you guys enjoyed the festive period with loads of games from the English Premier League, and of course, Liverpool maintaining their unbeaten start to the amazing season. Now, this is 2020. I hope we have an amazing 2020, just like we did in 2019. Don't forget, we had a Neville win to finish the year off against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and now we are starting the new year with the game with Sheffield United, which ended in a 2-0 victory for Liverpool. You hear much about it in my reaction. Now, unusually, Liverpool played 4-5-1 formation. I mean, this formation is different from the usual 4-3-3 formation we usually play, with Salah leading the line and against Firmino playing in his favorite position. Firmino had to drop back to the number 10 position to play behind Salah for the game against Sheffield United. Klopp did this intentionally so that for teams that sit back against Liverpool, Salah will use his space to penetrate from the middle and of course lead the line from there. There was only one midfield change from the game that played against Wolves in the last game in the last year of 2019. Keita was supposed to start this game, but during the warm-up he had a groin injury and was replaced by Mina from the bench. Sheffield United, on the other hand, I mean, these guys have had an amazing run since they got back to the Premier League. They lost their first away game for the first time since the beginning of last season, or let's say the beginning of 2019, against Manchester City in their last game out. I mean, playing the Premier League champions and of course the Premier League leaders back to back is not going to be an easy feat for them. They did line up their usual formation in 3-4-3 formation, and of course they lost 2-0. I mean, they had a good game, but at the end of the day, Liverpool is at Anfield. What do you expect? They had to lose. The last game was a 1-0 victory. This time around, we've gone back to our usual self, scoring 2 goals, at least 2 goals in a game, and we are back with it. The first goal came in the 4th minute from Wales, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah got the first goal in the 4th minute after an amazing pass from Van Dijk. Remember, Van Dijk passed the ball that became the goal against Wolves in the last game of the last year. Yes, he did the same pass now to Robertson, of course with the lock from the Sheffield United defender who slipped just before the ball came to him, and Robertson passed the ball to Mohamed Salah to score the first goal of the game. That assist was Robertson's 17th assist from the beginning of 2018-2019 season, and now we have our top 2 guys, our fullbacks, being the top 2 assists or kings of assists in the Premier League since 2018-2019. I mean, these guys are making creative midfielders, the number 10s and the number 8 in every team look silly. They have more assists than Kevin De Bruyne in the league from the last 2 seasons. I mean, these guys are doing so well, and I can't wait to have more of them this season. The second goal came in the 64th minute after an amazing 1-2 by Salah and Sadio Mane. Mane picked up the ball from the defense of Sheffield, or from Liverpool's defense, and ran towards Sheffield United's goal for him to pass to Salah, who gave him a one-time pass. He did hit the ball initially, but Dylan kept it out. But Mane's consistency, he kept running and he hit the ball at the back of the net, and it was a 2-0 victory at the end of the day. Arsenal fans are like literally jilting right now, or they are scared that their record is under threat. Well, we'll see how that lasts. I mean, as Klopp will say, we take it a game at a time. We are not looking beyond the game or the game we have next. That game yesterday against Sheffield United made it 365 days in which Liverpool last lost a league game. I mean, what an amazing record. This is probably the best Liverpool side I have seen in my entire existence. I know my father or my uncles can say they have seen better Liverpool side, but trust me, if we can clinch that trophy at the end of May, this is probably the best Liverpool side ever. What an amazing job Jurgen Klopp has done for Liverpool in the last 4 years. Now, this is his 5th year. It's going to be 5th year anniversary of his appointment in October this year. But I mean, before then, we have celebrated a Champions League victory. We have also lost a Champions League final. We have also lost an Europa League final. We have also lost a Carling Cup final. I mean, all of these losses are beginning to pay back. This guy's mentality is becoming stronger and stronger by the day. Wow, 365 days, no loss. If we can go unbeaten this season, it's better than Arsenal. Arsenal drew about almost 20 games of their 49 unbeaten that time. But this time around, we have only drawn a few games, but we have won more than we have lost. When I started this video back in November, I mean, we talked about us always conceding every now and then, but that seems like, you know, memories all of a sudden. Allison is back on form. Joe Gomez, of course, my lovely, or what did I call him in my last video? I can't remember. I think I called him Golden something. It's not Golden Boy. Yeah. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk's partnership is imperious, and the way the boy reads the game is amazing. It's probably England's best defender right now, but I don't want to hype him right now before the English press will carry it and start hyping him. And you know, Euros is going to be the next thing on their mind. Of course, he's going to go for Euros, and he should start in defense for England. I mean, they bought somebody for 80-something million, and Pepe was already scratching his ass 2 days ago. Yeah, Gomez is amazing. His partnership with Van Dijk doesn't even need to do much in the game anymore, because Gomez reads the game, he has his space, and of course his anticipation is also there. I mean, what a good way to be a Liverpool fan right now. We are enjoying the moment. 5 clean sheets in a row in the league for the first time since 2007. I mean, that is amazing. That's another record. I mean, every time these guys go onto the pitch this time around, they seem to break one record or the other. But as I said, it's good to be a Liverpool fan this time around. We are not more selling forms for people that want to join us. You guys stay away, enjoy your clubs. This is our moment to shine. Mina was in the stands yesterday. For those of you who don't know Mina, I know Liverpool fans know him. For those of you who don't know Mina is a Japanese player that just signed from Salzburg to Liverpool. This guy did his audition at Anfield earlier in the season in the Champions League game against Salzburg, and he scored. I mean, you all remember the dribble Van Dijk, yeah? Exactly, that's the same guy that we have bought. We bought him for an amazing £7.25 million. I mean, in this scattered or sports market, we are buying a player for that kind of amount. He's 24 years and he's a Japanese player. Now, just watch this guy show you guys how he's done in the Premier League. He's going to be a blast. He's going to have the Premier League medal at the end of the season. Hopefully, yes, hopefully. Mina, welcome to Liverpool. We love you. I think he's settled in already. He had his first training session and he's going to be available for the Everton game. We don't know if he's going to start the game, but hopefully we'll get to see him in action. Welcome, Mina. We love you. Elliott signed for Liverpool during the summer transfer window from a free transfer from Fulham. He has played 3 cup games for Liverpool. He played throughout the Carabao Cup earlier in the season. Even he was the most dangerous player for Liverpool during the 5-0 defeat against Aston Villa back in December. But guess who made his Premier League debut this time around? He has, even if he didn't kick the ball, I mean, club should have done better by putting him on earlier. But at the end of the day, he has made his Premier League bow, and it's just the beginning. You guys watch out for Elliott. I'm not saying he's going to be a starter, but he's definitely one to watch for the future. Elliott, you never walk alone. Sheffield United didn't really disturb us last night. I mean, not really, but we still did play amazing football. Even their coach, Chris Ryder, did mention that Liverpool were on top of their game. I mean, they fought for every ball, every second ball. They were after it, chasing it here and there. That's the spirit of champions. That's the mentality that he wants to have in his team. Now, generally, Allison did not really have much to do aside from 2 major events that I saw in the game. First, in the first half, where he stopped the shot immediately after we scored the first goal. Then secondly, that shows a whole lot about his concentration. He got the ball off the line in about the 88th minute. I mean, Allison, you did so well in the game. 5 clean sheets in a row. I mean, it's just like this guy waited for everybody to start their clean sheet thing before he comes to start. At the end of the season, let's just say he's going to retain his golden glove. I'm giving you a 7. Right back, Trent, you did not have the best of crosses like we expect from you every now and then. I mean, you are still 21. You only grow with your consistency. But I mean, yesterday you were so on point with your performance. Your defensive abilities were there. Your attacking runs too were also there. I'm going to give you a 7. Gomez, I'm not going to gush about you again. I already mentioned you earlier. Gomez, you're doing an amazing job, and it's good that you're reaping the benefits of your labor so far. I mean, this guy is low-headed, always calm and concentrated in the game, and is really learning from Van Dijk. I'm going to give you an 8 for that performance. Van Dijk, I mean, there was this particular stop Van Dijk did in the first half. That was amazing. My friends that were with me while watching the game even mentioned that the pass was too small and all of that, but you don't take it away. The timing was perfection. I don't want to say orgasmic for it because my studio guys here is going to laugh about it. But I mean, that was an assured performance again. I mean, this guy really has a bad game. He has joined us 2 years ago, and I cannot say he has had 3 bad games. That shows his level of performance. I'm going to give you an 8. Robertson, my guy. I mean, that was so thoughtful of you to have the assist earlier in the game. Robertson, he needs some rest. Yes, no, that he was subbed on later on, but I think he had an assured performance, of course, keeping a clean sheet after the 77th minute at the end of the day. I'm going to give you an 8 for the assist. My midfield 3, Anderson, my guy. I mean, Henderson is not making us miss Fabinho. I remember I used to curse Henderson so well. I hated to see him in the lineup, but my captain has, pushed everything. I mean, don't forget, Henderson had the most Premier League appearances in the last decade. I mean, for somebody that came from a reject to Liverpool, that was almost joining Fulham, to being our captain, to lifting Champions League trophy, Super Cup trophy, and of course the World Club trophy, is an important part of the team and is the heartbeat of the team. He played an amazing game yesterday. Even at first, he had some misplaced passes in the first half, but at the end of the day, that was an assured performance. Fabio, we miss you, but at the same time, Henderson did a job well done in your absence. I'm going to give you a 9. Mina, I mean, you were just called shortly before the game and you gave an assured performance. Of course, I'm going to give you a 7. With Wijnaldum, I think we saw some of the Dutch with Wijnaldum during the course of the game, dribbling, holding, but I think he guards the ball too much. I had some confrontation with some Liverpool fans on Twitter last night about him guiding too much of the ball instead of releasing the ball for someone in the space. But I mean, that's how Gini plays and he does his job so well. I'm going to give you an 8. My front three, Salah, you were so good last night. I mean, I complain about you sometimes, but at the same time I praise you as well. Salah, you gave an assured performance last night. A goal and assist would have made you man of the match easily, but at the end of the day, Henderson was the heartbeat of the team. I'm going to give you an 8. Mane, another game, another goal for Mane. Mane has, in 28 appearances this season, he has 15 goals and 11 assists in all competition. I mean, that is amazing. Mane, you're doing so good this season, and keep it on, keep running, and you keep getting the reward. We are hearing that Madrid wants to buy Mane. Trust me, he's going to sign a new deal for Liverpool, hopefully, and is not going anywhere. Now, Firmino, you didn't have the best of games last time. I mean, if Firmino had played up to 70% of his performance or his ability, yes, they would have won the game like 4 or 5-0. But he did not play sloppy final balls at the end of the day. But he still gave an assured performance, running and tracking back and love. I'm going to give you a 6. Now, sub Origi, not too much. Elliott, not too much. Who else came on as a sub? Lallana, just running up and down. Jurgen Klopp, 8. We came through the first period with no loss, apart from, of course, the loss against Aston Villa, which my baby Reds played. Aside from that, we came out with flying colors. I mean, Liverpool 13 points ahead with the game in hand. There's only one way for us at the end of the day. We hope we don't lose this title. We've worked so hard for it. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are really anticipating and hoping, but we've been here before several times and we've gotten our hearts broken. This time around, let's get over ourselves, a game at a time. See you guys after the game against Everton. I mean, it's FA Cup, Ancelotti, and I know it's a big game because it's derby. I mean, we could have easily played the kids, but of course we'll still play the kids with some experienced players on the pitch as well, and let's beat Everton again at Anfield. See you guys after the game. Don't forget to watch me, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. This is 09 Anfield Bloodline on Instagram. Guys, I'll see you guys after the game. Have a lovely 2020, just like I will, and you'll see more of amazing things or content on this show much later in the year. See you guys. Cheers. Should I stand up? Okay, I should just close my eyes. See you guys.